You are now listening to the Rationetics Experience. Enjoy. I just watched an incredible movie today, The Dark Knight Rises, and it first came back in my early teens. And in past 2 3 days, I watched the complete Batman trilogy by Christopher Nolan, and I absolutely love it. Not that just Christopher Nolan directing; he's a phenomenal director, as everybody knows. But Christian Bale is amazing, and the Joker acting by Heath Ledger was incredible. Everything about that movie is incredible. Not just in terms of effects, the storyline, the comics, the actions, the hotness of the characters. Christian Bale is actually very hot. But despite all that, despite the storyline, despite everything, especially in the last movie, and if you haven't watched Dark Knight and even The Dark Knight Rises or any of the movies, I suggest you to stop hearing this right now. Just go and fucking watch it first. It's imperative because there would be some spoilers here, and I don't know if it's they count as spoilers or not, but pretty much something about the storyline. So yeah, if you have not watched it, just stop it. I don't care. You watch that shit first. It's not shit, and I mean good shit. You watch that shit first, and then you come back and hear to this episode because then you would be able to relate and know how it will blow your brains out. That movie is very good, and I know I'm hyping it a lot, but it's one of my favorites every time. So I had the rerun, I watched the last part, and a key takeaway which I took from it, which I think I couldn't comprehend when I was younger, in the last part when Christian Bale, actually Bruce Wayne, his character, is in the prison of hell, and his back is broken. Bane broke his back, and he's in the prison of Hell, sorry, and he's not able to get out. He can't get out, and there's the old alchemist sort of a person, this doctor right here, and this blind doctor in the jail who gives him this suggestion that um only one could do it, only and a child did it, and no one can ever did it. And he tried a couple of times. We are shown he tries a couple of times, and he's not able to get past that wall. So this alchemist guy who's in the cell beside him, this prison cell which basically is residing, and beside him, and he says that the reason you're not able to do it is because of your fear of death. And that hit me right there in my heart, that the reason that why he's not able to climb out of that prison of hell is because of his fear of death. It's that simple. And I'll tell you how it correlates, because as you know, to get out of that prison of hell, they first tie a rope around you and you have to climb on those stairs, and then you have to jump from stairs to stairs. You'll see it when you'll see it visually, the movie, and then you have to get out. So he says that the child who climbed out of the prison of hell, he did it without the rope. At that point, we do not know it's a he or she. That's the main spoiler at the end of the movie. But that child did it without the rope. And that is the main thing, because those prisoners, they always used to tie the rope at their waist so that if they can fall, they won't die. So that is what he says, that because of this backup you had in life, that's the hidden meaning. Because of this backup you had in life, and because of the thing that you can fall back upon, that if it doesn't work out, people are not able to get out of that prison of hell. And that is so deep, and that is also so fucking relatable in real life, sorry, when you see it everywhere around you. People are just, and I think I'll talk more in detail about it some other time, but here's the crux. People are just so invested in their backups. And what are backups? Backups are college degrees. Backups are a good fucking job, a stable job. Like, ask your parents, if you're young, that, or even if you're older, why did they want you to have a college degree? Just ask them simply that, why do you want me to go to college? Like, why should I go to college? Who set this path for me? That nursery KG, if I'm a child is born after 3 years play school, then after nursery KG, and fucking 12 years of education in school, then you have a college undergraduate degree or graduate degree, then you have a postgraduate degree. If you're outside, it's a graduate degree. Then you have a postgraduate degree, and then you have a job. Then as soon as you turn 26, 27, you gotta marry. After 3 4 years, you gotta have kids. You have to have a life insurance in place. You have to have a retirement scheme in place, and then you'll have grandkids, and then you'll fucking die. That's it. That's your life. And if you're in India, or if your parents were government employees or anything else, they would want you to go in government, give a lot of competitive fucking ass jobs, competitive exams for those jobs. Like, what is it? Who set this path for us? Who says that after school I have to go to college? Not that I'm anything against the college, I'm a graduate myself. But as you get older, you ask these questions. Like, who set this path for you? And why? Just because you have a backup? Now, most of the parents would say so that you have a good, stable life, so that you can get a job. Because this is the conventional path for us, to have a job, so that we can start a fucking family and have kids and everything. This thing about backups, sometimes it just bites in the ass. Sometimes it's the very reason, and not sometimes, I think many times it's it's the only fucking reason that people are not able to achieve to their full potential. They're not able to, perform to their full potential because they have fucking backups. I used to remember in college, my college is Shriram College of Commerce, so I'll give you just a preview of how competitive people are there. People used to have, they were doing three things during their college. They were also doing CAs, they were in UPSCs, government exams, IAS officers type, um, IAS officers. They were doing CS company secretary. They were giving MBA exams. People were doing four things, and they were like, and I used to, I because I never had three four things, because I never believe in three four things. I believe going all in, and sometimes that all in actually bites in the ass, because it's a double-edged sword. You get the freedom, you can concentrate on one thing, but it can bite you in the ass. But if it doesn't work out, you have nothing to fall upon. So yeah, that it's a huge risk, I get it, but I've always been like that. That's just me. Sometimes I do think about an alternative career, but yeah, who gives a shit? Life is one, and I think it's too short to be meant to doing things you don't like. But that is just my philosophy. So yeah, these people used to be doing three to four things at one time, and they always used to say, but what if you fail? You should have a backup. And I always believe that after 15, 20 years, these would be the people who would be shit as confused in life, who would be stuck in their corporate jobs, and who won't know what to do. Like, legit. They won't know what to do with their life. These were the ones who would be having midlife crisis. I seriously believe. ये मुझे लगता है कि जो इंसान बहुत ज़्यादा हाथ पैर मारता है अलग अलग थाली में, वो कहीं का नहीं रहता. And even my mentor used to say that a man who catches two rabbits catches none. So that is my philosophy. But yeah, I think this would be a prudence concept. Like, अगर आपने accounts पढ़ी है, उसमें हमें सिखाते हैं ना एक prudence concept. uh, Prudence concept, layman language में, if I say, would be prudence concept is just taking care of any risk you might have in life, taking those risks into account, and then making a decision. So that is the prudence concept. So sometimes in life you have to make decisions when your back is against the fucking goddamn wall, and you have to go all in a thing. You have to trust yourself. You have to take that leap of faith like Batman did, and you have to go all in. I think sometimes that's the best solution. And you might fail, but what if you ace? What if you just crack the code? What if you just do the damn thing and get it like Batman did? Yeah, sometimes you gotta run before you can walk. But I think it would be intelligent if you know when to run and when to walk. And I think your heart will tell you when to run and when to walk, because as you know, your gut is never wrong. Your instinct is never wrong. It takes into account something which our conscious mind doesn't. Always trust your gut. So good night, guys. I'll see you back again.